I've been all around the UK, checking out seaside towns that are past their best, faded compared to their former glory. I'm really interested in the phenomena of declining seaside towns. I just think it's fascinating how much people's holiday habits have changed. This phenomenon isn't unique to the UK. I'm here in Atlantic City on the Jersey Shore in the state of New Jersey. A couple of hours drive from New York, hour and a half from Philadelphia. In 1850, this city as we know it now was founded as a seaside resort town for wealthy people from those cities I've just mentioned to come and enjoy holidays. It was very popular in the Prohibition because apparently you could still get a drink here, and then it faded away as cheap flights, much like in the UK to Spain, would take American tourists to places like the Caribbean and Mexico. It received a boost when gambling, and the casinos you can see in the high rises all around me, was introduced in the 70s, and it became a bit of a rough town. The financial crash, the crisis of 2008, and then the double whammy of COVID, that's put this city back down on its luck again. So I'm going to explore the boardwalk, I'm going to explore all the seafront touristy area, the pier, but I'm also told we're just a few blocks back, there's a huge problem with crime here, but it's a really rough seaside town. So we're going to check a little bit of that out too, see how some of the people live here. It's like a cross between Las Vegas and Blackpool, folks. It's a really unique place. It's a bit rough around the edges, but it's fascinating to me that the problem of declining seaside towns is also apparently evident here in the States in Atlantic City. Let's explore what is potentially the roughest seaside town in America. Let's go.
When the plane go marching in, oh, when the plane go marching in, all I want to be in that number, with the plane go marching in.
You're a YouTuber,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I think I subscribed to your channel. So Chef Ramsay, he's from Britain, right?
Yeah.
He's
He's from Scotland.
Scotland, right?
But he speaks like an Englishman because he thinks he's posh. Yeah.
What's your thoughts on Gordon Ramsay?
He's funny as fuck, yeah.
He's the
Good
best.
chef,
Yeah.
good chef. I like anybody that's driven, becomes really good at what they do through hard work and speaks their mind. Like, I don't think he's
I love
rude.
him,
I
yeah.
think he expects the best from everyone because he did it himself.
He got good intentions on why his delivery's that way.
Yeah. And he knows what he's talking about. He can back it up.
Yeah.
Other people, you know, like, they fucking shout their mouths off, but they don't, you know, they haven't walked the miles in the shoes. Whereas Gordon Ramsay, he did that. You know what I mean? Like, he's.
I used to work at Gordon Ramsay.
Did you? There's a Gordon Ramsay in town.
Yeah.
There's two of them. He has two restaurants in Caesars. He has Hell's Kitchen in there,
Yeah.
and then he has Gordon Ramsay's Pub and Grill.
What's your job here? You're bright.
Yes.
What do you do?
Highlighter and
All right, so
ambassador.
as of right now, you know, because I did put my 2 weeks in, what 2 days ago?
Yeah.
But basically, we just tell people where stuff is at. You know, people
Okay.
ask, you know, where the beach is, and it's right here. People
I don't
ask-
need you to tell me where the
Right,
beach is. I can
right,
see that.
right
Yeah.
there. People
How,
be,
how to get to places.
Yeah.
you know what I mean. So you know,
A friendly face to help out tourists and.
Right.
yeah, it's just like customer
Mobile
service.
Information.
Yeah.
like a concierge.
Yeah.
But like a mobile version. I guess.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah. So what's Atlantic City like these days? 2024.
Atlantic City, man, there's so much controversy with the mayor and.
What's that
Just
controversy?
the
I don't
city
know. You know,
council.
I'm.
Well, the mayor's house was just raided. What, like a couple weeks ago, like a month ago, and they found some things, and allegedly he was beating his daughter. That's what they were
Really?
saying. Yeah, but
Is he still in office at the moment?
yeah, right now he's actually still in office. I don't know how long he's gonna be in there, but you know, I hope he stays in office because he do a lot for Atlantic City.
So before I came, people told me that, like, you know, like, obviously you've got Boardwalk, you've got casinos, but if you venture like 3 or 4 blocks off, it's a pretty dangerous place. Is that true? I don't know. I haven't gone that far yet. Yeah.
It's really. See, the thing is, people didn't got killed on this boardwalk right down the street, a couple blocks down. Yeah, so
In front of stores.
front of
in
stores, people got killed, shot and killed on this boardwalk. So
At what time of day?
nighttime, daytime.
If you ask me, Atlantic City, I wouldn't. If I didn't live here, I wouldn't come here.
Yeah.
Honestly.
So are you guys like born and bred Atlantic City?
I'm originally from Philly, but
Yep.
you know, I've been out here for a while.
Yeah. Do you prefer it here or in Philly?
Neither.
I was in Kensington yesterday.
You was in Camp
Yeah.
Philly?
Yeah.
Yo, bruh,
I thought I was prepared for what I was about to see.
It's bad.
I'll never,
It'll make
ever
you cry,
forget
man.
what I saw.
Yeah, that's
I thought I was ready.
Yeah, that joint right there, man. It's sad, man. It really is. Man, I really just hope. I really pray for our youth. I'm about to be working
the
with the
killing
youth.
rate right now is crazy. Like,
Is it a really high rate?
yeah, like
Yeah,
babies
for
are
it to
dying.
be so
like,
small, it's ridiculous. But you know, the youth, it really is the
and
ones
it's not
that.
even like people visiting. It's like
Yeah.
they're killing each other out here. Like, it's sad.
Yeah.
It's been going on, I want to say, since COVID started. COVID turned everybody up
Yeah.
out here.
I feel like in my country, but then obviously here you've got firearms.
Yeah,
But-
because they don't have in
No.
England, right? They don't-
Well, I mean, there are guns there, but they're illegal. Whereas here,
Yeah.
it's a lot easier to get hold of them.
Right.
But I want to say that, like, I think that COVID sort of like things were teetering on the edge,
Right.
so,
Oh,
like
yeah.
sociologically, and then COVID just kind of pushed
Enhanced
the
it,
button.
man.
It pushed the red button.
Yeah, because it went from like everything was shut down to, you know,
Yeah.
it was cool at first, but I'm like, yo, everything being shut down, people losing jobs,
And then the thing with George
people
Floyd
gonna start
happened,
doing stuff.
that kind of like.
Yeah.
So it's just, you know.
So what's the legacy of that? You know, that division. George Floyd, was that about 5 years ago, something like that?
Yeah, like 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, a police officer stood on his neck and, like, you know, he was saying he couldn't breathe or whatever. I don't know really the details of why that happened.
Yeah.
But, you know, people would take that and try to use it as an excuse to try to, like, cause more harm. And it's like, you just kind of putting a Band-Aid over, like, something that's...
So is it? If you don't mind me asking,
Yeah.
like, as a black man,
Yeah.
do you feel that the police are more likely to pull you over and come chase you rather than like white people? Welcome to the Wendell Suite at the Tropicana, Atlantic City. It's a nice place, and let's be honest folks, you get what you pay for in life. It's the same with luggage when you go on a trip like this. Life is too short to carry bad luggage. Cheap suitcases last a couple of years max. The zips go, the wheels go wonky, you go buy another, you repeat. It's the same over and over again. But I've found a solution, and that solution is Level 8. Big thanks to Level 8 for sponsoring this video. A couple of months back, they supplied me with the Voyager 2-piece set in striking yellow and black, and my travels just got a lot easier. This is the quality suitcase brand you've been looking for. I've got to move quickly and easily on this transatlantic trip, so I've bought the 20-inch carry-on with me from the Voyager 2-piece set, but you can buy it on its own if that's all you need. It's worked hard for me over the last couple of months. I've taken it everywhere with me, but it's excelled as my #1 choice for short trip luggage. It's light yet durable because it's made with German polycarbonate Macrolon construction. The 360-degree wheels are super smooth and almost silent, and it has a TSA-approved lock for streamlined security checks. It has organised dual compartments for economic organisation. This is quality, reliable luggage that will have you sorted for the long term. Go to the link in the description below and use code WENDELL10 for 10% discount on all your Level 8 purchases. As a black man,
Yeah.
do you feel that the police are more likely to pull you over and come chase you rather than like white people in this area in 2024?
Hell yeah.
You think so?
Yeah,
Hell
I mean,
yeah.
definitely. I mean,
Because
I
they
don't
know-
get pulled over, but
as a black
just-
person, it's like, you know, they know 9 times out of 10 if they pull a black person over,
Yeah.
they're going to have something. They're a criminal already. A lot of black people, first off, are in the system already. Not all black people, but majority of them already been to jail.
Like a vicious cycle.
Right. So
Yeah.
it's like cops
Yeah.
remember faces. Cops
Yeah.
know who they dealt with. Not saying they won't pull a white man over, but I mean 9 times
Yeah,
out of
for
10,
sure.
a black
Yeah.
person is definitely going to get pulled over first.
Okay.
yeah, I just think that we live in a time where it's like there's so many different issues to target. Which one do we target first, man? But I think it starts with the youth.
Yeah.
You gotta instill in them some things.
You got to
so that
instill
way,
community respect.
Yes, yeah, man.
Because, you know, we're all going to be gone and then our kids, you know,
Yeah.
if you get that right, then maybe in 50 years everything will be all right.
Yeah,
But
man.
I will say I haven't been to the States for like 7 or 8 years, since like pre-COVID, and it kind of feels a little bit edgier and more divided than when I came 7 years ago. That's
Oh,
an outsider,
yeah.
like I just wanted
Oh,
to
my
say that to you.
goodness.
The people are still friendly and wonderful. Some of the most open, genuine, friendly people in the world, but it seems a bit more unhappy.
Yeah, man, because I don't think it's we haven't recovered from that pain. It still it affected us so badly.
I pray for this city though. This city is like it's dead.
The city's been around a long time, brother.
Yeah.
The gambling came
1850 as a seaside resort around then, and then
78 they started the gambling.
yeah, because everything had dropped off, hadn't it? And then gambling brought people back.
Brought people back to the city.
What's it like now?
Well, I mean, they're going through a rough time. You know, they got a lot of homeless down here.
I've seen a lot already.
A lot of homeless.
Just walking the boardwalk, so I can imagine when you get off further away,
Yeah.
it's going to be rough.
A lot of them like to stay close to the boardwalk because they sleep under it.
Yeah.
And they sleep wherever
I sleep under the boardwalk, like under our feet now. So people told me before I came that Atlantic City, especially when you get a couple of blocks away from the boardwalk, it's quite a dangerous place.
It's a little scary.
Is that, yeah?
Not even like 3 blocks down. 3 blocks from the boardwalk. I used to come down here, Florida Ave, Georgia, and Bellevue was the safest, the nicest spots in Atlantic City before gambling. Okay, the gambling came in, and it got worse.
Why did gambling make it worse?
Oh, because you had all kinds of people coming from other cities trying to rob people now. You were pulling up at the red lights, waiting to pull into the casino parking. They had guys with shotguns robbing people at the red lights.
And when's that? What time frame's
Couples.
that?
Oh, dude, that was 9, 10, 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
You know, they wasn't open 24 hours.
But what year was that? What sort of time period?
78, 79,
Yeah.
80.
Yeah. So that was a rough time, rough town.
Yeah. They had 1, then they opened another one, then they had 3, you know, then they shot right up to like 10 in the next couple of years. I think that's what hurt them. They should have kept it around 7 casinos.
So you might find this interesting. So I go around the UK a lot as well, and I see a lot of our seaside towns that used to be, like Brits used to go there on holiday all the time, and then the cheap flights to Europe came in.
Right.
And so I came to Atlantic City because I think this is probably America's version of like that seaside town in a
Yeah,
way. Do you think
right.
that's a fair thing for me to assume?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you hit Texas Ave yet, 3 blocks back?
No.
There's like cut-throughs that take you to the next block. So they call them alleyways. In them alleyways, there's houses and there's people that hang out. And during the day, you don't hear a lot of, not a lot of people getting shot. It's scary.
Yeah.
But you'll see everything. And then you got Mexicans, Muslims living right there, going to work every day.
In the middle of all that
In the middle of
insanity. Kids going to school.
Kids going to school.
Jeez, man.
Yeah. It's like you're in the middle of a war zone, bro.
Yeah. So you, mate, you're a veteran from the army. You were in Iraq for 2 tours,
Twice.
but now you're homeless in Atlantic City.
I sure am.
Can you tell me a little bit about your story?
I guess I'll go after the army. I came home, and what kind of broke me down a little bit was my wife and my son were killed by a drunk driver.
Oh, mate, I'm so sorry.
So thank you.
I'm sorry, mate.
That kind of, I guess I would say, broke me mentally, and I kind of gave up, and I ended up out here, which I don't really know why that happened, because you would think that a veteran would be taken care of and not be put in the position that I am, but I had a lot of bad luck, and it landed me here. I've been out here off and on for probably about 5 years, trying to get my life together, getting jobs, and then just with PTSD and bipolar disorder, and like a lot of mental health issues, physical health issues. Not being able to hold down a job is unfortunately a part of that. I have panic attacks every day. That's from the war. It's kind of debilitating whenever an employer sees me have a panic attack. It puts them kind of in an awkward position, I guess, because it's not really a good scene. It also comes from past traumas. So really a lot of things can trigger it.
People in the UK might not really understand what's there for people when they come out of the army, for the veterans. What is there to help them integrate into society because of these challenges that we're talking about now that you've suffered from?
Not much at all. If you don't want to make it a career, you're done with your time,
Yeah.
You're done with your contract, and thank you for your service. Send you on your way. I wish I could say that the government and the military took care of their people in such a great way, but if you don't make a career of it, they really, they get what they can out of you and send you on your way.
Atlantic City is it's coming back. It's getting busier. As we get deeper into the summer months, the boardwalk is very, very crowded. People are most of the time very respectful, but some, every now and again you get some people that can be difficult, but that's pretty much anywhere you go. But I've been down here 8 years. I love it down here. Love my job. Good food if you ever want to go to Hooters. It's right down there.
I haven't been to a Hooters in years, and I'm staying in a hotel, so I'm going to come down tonight. What do you do there? What's your job?
I'm one of the managers there.
Yeah, sweet. Yeah.
So,
what's it like working around all the beautiful women?
They work really, really hard. Some of the time, they get stiffed quite a bit, and it's very unfortunate because they really, really hustle. And it's not an easy job to do, especially down in Atlantic City, casino environment. You might get somebody who had, a couple too many to drink, and they lose their money and they get a little aggravated. But I love my job. I love the people I work with. I love Atlantic City. It's awesome.
Before I came, people told me that parts of Atlantic City were quite dangerous, that I should watch where I go at night.
Yeah, that's true.
What's the vibe with that? Where should I avoid? What time should I go in?
What I would avoid, like right outside the casino, is one of the main strips is Pacific Avenue and Atlantic Avenue, which run parallel.
Yeah.
Once you cross over Atlantic, you don't want to be over there. It's literally like 2 blocks over, and it's a whole different world over there. There's a lot going on that you want to kind of keep away from. So you stay on the boardwalk. Inside the casinos, you're okay, but there, like you said, there is gangs. There's a lot of homeless people. There's a lot of drugs going on. It's a shame, you see them all, they kind of frequent the boardwalk looking for money and that type of thing. A lot of times, they'll be like, I'm hungry, I need to get some food. And I'm like, all right, I work at Hooters, I'll get you, what do you want?
It's dangerous if you look weak. People are going to see weakness in everybody, and they're going to take advantage of that.
And what's your situation at the moment, if you don't mind me asking?
Homeless.
You're homeless, are you?
Over a year and a half. Lived in the woods for a while. Now I live on the beach as much as I can. Or in the woods, wherever I can find a spot.
So how did you end up homeless? What happened?
My wife, she wanted a different life, so she asked me to leave, so I left. It's been hell, really, trying to get back into society. And you have no idea, you have no food, you have no money.
Any people you trust out here, or do you keep yourself to yourself?
No, I have a nice extended family, we'll call them.
Okay, yeah.
I trust all of them.
You know where to find people that you can trust if you need them.
Yeah. For the most part, back and forth on the boardwalk.
So we were just talking that a lot of people are scared to come up and talk and things like this. Two complete strangers from completely different cultures.
Yeah.
But
don't be afraid to talk to people. Don't let fear rule you in any situation.
People often judge a book by its cover as well. Like they judge people that are sitting on the boardwalk in the evening. Tattoos, I've got them too, mate, but they judge us, and a lot of people might walk past you and judge you, and I've sat with you for 10-15 minutes and you're a good man. So what does all this signify?
Norse runes.
Norse what?
Runes.
What does that mean?
Basically, it's speaking to the gods.
Okay.
It's just, I can't explain that part.
Yeah.
It's just resonates through me. I'm a good guy, bro. I got no reason to hurt anybody.
Yeah, I know.
We're from Philly.
From Philly, yeah? And how long you here?
We're here for the night.
Yeah. And what's Atlantic City like?
It's beautiful.
Lit.
It's, really
it's
hot.
beautiful.
It's
the vibes.
Yeah.
Don't go to Philly. Don't go to K&A.
Yeah.
No.
This is the vibe right here. It's really fun. Everybody outside.
The weekends is the best part.
So where's the best places to hit tonight?
Chelsea Bar.
Chelsea Bar. Anything you want to say to people in the UK about Atlantic City, about the vibe?
Catch us out. Try us over here to the US.
I love it actually, Atlantic City, Even though I lose or win, I love to come here.
Yeah. Do you go to Vegas too?
I went to Las Vegas, and Las Vegas is better than here.
Yeah.
But here I love the ocean, but over there is more people from the world.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
More of an international city.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people obviously come here from the northeast. There are some shabby areas of town, aren't there? Like it's nice in the casinos. Some of it's a little bit sketchy, but it's got a lot of personality.
Yeah,
exactly. It's a good place. Enjoy your holiday.
I appreciate it.
Don't lose too much money, mate.
I also, okay.
Any gambling tips for me? I'm an amateur. Any tips?
That's a good one. I play Texas Hold'em poker. So if you set some money, then you're gonna lose that much, and that's it.
Walk away then.
Walk away, yeah.
Great advice. Take it easy.
Bye-bye.
Of course, in Las Vegas, the other famous US gambling capital, you've got the guaranteed warm weather all year. In some months, way too warm. But here in Atlantic City, freezing cold in winter, and only really guaranteed to be warm in the summer months. You can see now with cheap flights and the much more readily availability of flights why US domestic tourists are going over to Vegas to do their gambling. So you and the guys here, you're from Egypt originally.
Yes, we are.
And you've got the pizza store and the food place on the boardwalk.
We've been here since 34 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Were you born in Egypt?
We were born in Egypt. The owner is Egyptians. The whole crew is Egyptian. We support Mo Salah playing in Liverpool.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Folks in the UK, in a weird way, does this place remind you of Blackpool? It certainly does for me. It reminds me of Great Yarmouth as well, the big long seafront there, the big long promenade, the boardwalk, very similar, and then a lot of tacky tourist shops and a lot of closed stores as well. You can see here. Atlantic City certainly isn't what it was in its heyday in the 70s when the gambling came back in. I know that it was quite dangerous a few blocks back. A lot of criminals would prey on the tourists, but at the same time it was apparently buzzing on the boardwalk. Look at this, folks. Look at the size of that hotel casino. Just closed down. Absolute gargantuan building, just closed. I mean, I know like in Blackpool there's closed hotels and there's sites like this, but not on this scale. This is seaside decline on an American scale. So I've only really like spoke to you for in total about half an hour, but you don't seem to be somebody that's particularly like struggling with your lifestyle at the moment. You seem quite well adapted to the life of, you know, living near the boardwalk and here in Atlantic City. Is that a fair assumption?
Well, yeah. You kind of adapt to your surroundings when you want to survive.
Yeah, yeah.
I got 2 kids.
Yeah.
You know,
Where are your kids?
They're with my ex-wife.
So when did you last see your kids?
A few months ago.
Okay, yeah. So you're still in touch?
I try to be, yeah.
You can be, yeah. Yeah.
They don't like to text back or call back, but
yeah.
How do you make a small fortune in Atlantic City?
Tell me.
You start with a large one.
How long does it take to turn a large fortune into a small one?
About 2 days.
It seems to me that these seaside towns, no matter where you go in the world, or at least where I've been, whether it's in the UK, Blackpool, Great Yarmouth, or Benidorm in Spain, or even here in Atlantic City in New Jersey, they seem to have this pull for lost souls. They're a magnet for lost souls, especially here with the gambling. Like, I hadn't really thought about it, but it happens in Vegas too, because I'm not really into gambling. I had a flutter last night, but only because I was here. But these places, people often have fond memories of them, of family times and when they were kids, and when things go a bit wrong, the pull of nostalgia to these places, it tends to gather up the lost souls.
Plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs.
So we checked out the boardwalk, we checked out the traditional tourist areas here in Atlantic City. Let's jump in the car now and have a drive around some of the notorious, dangerous areas of Atlantic City. Let's go. Get yourself a coffee. What cigarettes do you have?
Crown.
How many cigarettes a day are you getting through?
I've been trying to like cut down, but when I have money, like 3 packs a day.
3 packs a day, if you have money?
Yeah.
There's some lungs of steel, mate. Do you mind me asking how old you are, Josh?
44.
44, yeah? And how long have you been in the street life?
2 years.
And that's since the breakup with your partner?
My wife, yeah.
Yeah.
Ex-wife. She wanted a different life, so I left. She's got her different life, now I have mine. You know, we don't hate each other. You know, we got 2 great kids together.
You miss her?
Yeah, of course, I miss her and them.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
You know, I'll never stop loving her, she knows that. And either kids the same way. But it's hard for me because when I have a phone, you know, they still don't call.
Yeah.
They got their own lives going on. And I'm used to being there, you know, tuck my son in like every night. You know, like it's a rough thing, rough conversation.
Yeah, mate. Pretty run down, just a couple of blocks back, folks. Pretty sketchy here on Atlantic Avenue. But of course, this part of the world isn't all dives, hovels and sketchy hoods. I'm going to go down the road now to an area called Ventnor, which apparently is a really nice seaside town just a few miles down the road from past its best, Atlantic City. Let's check it out. This is more like it, folks. Ventnor City. It's just a short 10-15 minute drive down the road from Atlantic City, but it's a world away. It's really peaceful, sleepy, beautiful houses, completely different world. It's just so always surprising to me how much things change in the States when you just go a few miles or even a few blocks down the road. But I'm here to check out the beach because I do want to get to the beach because I've seen some pictures and it looks pretty cool. It's like paradise. It's
Keep
like
going that way, man.
So the further I go that way,
yeah,
the more exclusive, richer it gets.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if you keep going and keep going, you'll hit the point in Longport, and you got houses like out on the rocks, looking over the ocean, the bay, the inlet.
Yeah, it's beautiful. There's a beach good here as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'll check it out. Cheers, mate.
Absolutely. Have a great time.
Cheers, man. So there you go. I thought that it was fancy here in Ventnor, but according to that chap who's doing maintenance there, if I go further down the boardwalk to the point, then the houses are unreal. So let's check out the beach down here. Let's check out this true Jersey shoreline. Beautiful powdery white sands. And then I might as well venture all the way down to the point. Let's go. The sand is like salt. I don't think I'll be going in the sea though. I watched Jaws when I was a kid. I'm sure that was set in this sort of part of the world. I ain't going in there if Jaws is in there. So I'm from the UK. Yeah. Do you get great whites?
Not really.
Not really, no.
No.
Because as a kid I watched Jaws and I always thought that was in this neck of the woods. There's no great whites.
Yeah.
You 100% guarantee there's no great whites?
Yeah.
It's good to swim. I'll get my kit off and jump in. That maintenance chap back in Ventnor was right. I thought I'd seen some dream properties. I thought I'd seen some lovely gaffs. But as you come down to the point right at the end of as far as the road goes from Atlantic City, look at the properties. Look at how people live. If ever the term living the dream was correct, then it's the way that some people live in the US. And it just confirms to me that there's so much of a difference between the haves and the have-nots. The gap between those that have everything and those that have nothing is never bigger than in the United States, certainly nowhere I've been, simply because if you've got endless pots of cash, you can live like this. What a place, and what a difference compared to Atlantic City down the road. So folks, don't let my visit to Atlantic City put you off coming in this part of the world, but maybe don't stay in Atlantic City. Maybe if you can afford to just stay a little bit out. It really is beautiful, folks.